Hello everyone. First of all, as always, I hope your quarantine is going well and your social distancing is being effective and you're staying healthy and safe. It's what we always want, it's what we dream of. It's great, isn't it? So, as you may have guessed from the title, I'm sure that in the future I'm going to be posting on Zoom. Well, in the future while you're watching this, because as you know, this is pre-recorded, so when I'm recording this, you're going to be watching it in the future from this point. So, that's interesting, right? But, as I'm sure you've guessed from the titles, from my posts on Remind, and GroupMe, and any other, and Facebook, I'm sure, that this is a microwave cooking tutorial. We're going to show you how to make a delicious dish in our lovely friend, Chef Mike. Wish I could say I came up with that wonderful term, but I didn't. All credit goes to Gordon Ramsay, and at least one of the restaurants he helped with. So today, whenever you're watching this morning, if it's too late, go to bed. Hear me? It's like midnight, go to bed. Go to bed. You can wait and watch it in the morning. It'll be great. Make a good breakfast. But enough with my lame attempts at humor. Tonight we're going to be making some nacho casserole. It's really just nachos, but we're going to elevate it a little bit, make it a little bit more exciting by using the microwave. It's pretty basic, but also pretty fun and hopefully delicious. So what you're going to need is, first of all, some lovely tortilla chips. Today we're using, I'm using hint of lime just to make it a little bit zesty, interesting for myself, but you can use whatever you want. It can be basic, it can be not basic, it could be whatever you want. Really, that's up to you. That's one of the nice things about this recipe, is that you can really do whatever you want with it, make it your own, Okay, the next ingredient we're gonna need is some wonderful salsa. I'm using this lovely Tostitos salsa, but again, you can use whatever you kind. I'm using mild just because I'm a wimp. I can't handle a lot of spices, but if you can handle spices, you go ahead. I believe in you. I have faith you'll be able to determine what kind of spices you want in your nachos. You want spicy, not so spicy? It's up to you. The world's your oyster, so live it. We're also gonna need some, might be an interesting one, some kind of meat. Just why not? I'm using some pepperoni. You can also use cooked chicken, cooked roast beef, cooked just pork. Just make sure it's fully cooked. Don't want any of that nastiness on there. So yeah, using that. And I pre-made this, some frozen vegetables here. Really, it doesn't matter what vegetable you want to use, as long as it's frozen. Like what you want to do is get some frozen materials, some frozen vegetables from the store, from Publix, from whether it's Publix, from Hannaford, from Market Basket, from whatever, Wegmans, wherever, Winn-Dixie, wherever you're from. I'm not sure. Well, I can't name all the rest of the grocery stores, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Any frozen vegetables will really do, as long as you don't put them in frozen. So you want to defrost them before you start. So otherwise they won't cook properly. So I have pepperoni. I have that. What are we missing? I feel like that's it. We don't need anything else for nachos, right? You caught me. Thanks for that reminder. We also need some cheese. Now I'm deciding to be adventurous, and I know you can't see me, but I'm right here. Hi. I'm being adventurous, and we are going to be using this lovely Publix brand mozzarella. I know that's not the traditional type of cheese, but I decided to mix it up a little bit and do something different. So that's how we're going to do it. Should probably open that so we get that cheese going, eh? Okay. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to kind of make it a bit different, because we're only making a little bit. It's only a small little friend here. We're going to need to crush it. So how many recipes do you know? Delicious. I love it already. I think we should just take this and that's it, right? Nah. We're going to use. So with this, we're going to take this, just get a bunch of the chips, put them on that plate. Now this plate I'm using is not microwave safe, so we're not actually going to be using this. But what we are going to be doing, get a little bit more chips. You can never have too many chips here, friends. And is take the chips in the plate, you want to get it covering so that the pieces don't go everywhere. And I'm going to take this, I'm choosing to use my lovely paper towels here. Choosing to put this, so you just want to put that over it. See how I have it covered here? And then I'm going to take it over here to my counter. There we go. You can see there we go. And then just gently crush the chips so they're in smaller pieces. There we go. Crush them a bit. You could hit them a bit harder, but I don't want to because I kind of like my chips not completely destroyed. You don't want them to have too small pieces now, friends. So, welcome back. We're here, and we're happy to keep working. So, once you have that done, you're going to want to take a measuring cup and do your best to measure out about a half of a cup if you're making a 1 serving, or 3/4 of a cup, or 2 cups if you're making, or 3/4 of a cup to a cup if you're making enough for 2 people, sharing it with a friend or your parents. Apologize for that weird angle of my face, but whatever. Gotta decide to do your best to measure out that half cup there. Put it right in the bowl we're using. I'm gonna put in a bit extra because I'm feeling snazzy today. Feeling pretty excited, liking this.
Always important to taste your ingredients. Just don't taste the raw stuff. Go.
Like that, not healthy. So, put in a little bit more, just keep that going there, crush it a little bit. Then, after that, you take our lovely salsa that we did here before. I know, my wonderful salsa. It's gonna be amazing. Really excited for this recipe here. As you can tell, I'm sure. And okay, good, I did not need to get anyone to come and help me. That would have been embarrassing. And then, again, take that half cup measuring cup, and fill it right up. Okay, there we go. So I got about a half cup of the salsa. And we're just gonna dribble it in there. And in there. Smell it up. Smells like salsa. Smells like chips and salsa. Always a good treat. But then we're going to run out a little bit more of the chips because I like them and I want to. And it's my dish at the end of the day. My recipe. Well, I don't know the recipe. I got it from the online, but there we go. Then we're gonna add in our lovely vegetables that we defrosted earlier, as you remember. Or maybe you don't, but we did. I may not have posted it on here, but we did do it. So there we go. So add those in there. I'm using green beans and peas and corn. Get that corn in there. Just for variety. Wanted to mix it up a little bit. And there we go. And again, that is really just a taste. You don't have to, it's not gonna ruin it by leaving that out. Just wanted to add a little bit more excitement to our nachos. Should be good. So, finally, you're gonna just take a little bit of the pepperoni or whatever the meat you chose to use, whether it's chicken or beef or pork or duck or goose or whatever it is, deer, and just throw that a little bit in there. So, hopefully this tastes good. I'm sure it will. And then, do there. Okay. Then we take something. Give this a try too. Make sure it's edible quality. Make your own colors. Man, I rinse my hands off after that. So, get that paper towel and wash it there. So, then, next step is to hot these. These are important because it's going to be hot when we take it out. Take a spoon. I'm using a fork because I'm barbarian. We can just mix. I'm just going to mix it up a little bit so that it gets evenly coated and everything like that. Now this is really cool because it's pretty flavorful, pretty good for if you're having a party, or anything like that, if you're entertaining friends. Again, I apologize that I keep getting my mouth in there, and only my mouth. What is that? Who knows? Hopefully, it's okay though. So, then we're gonna break that up. There we go. I apologize that, one thing I apologize I wish I'd done on the first one is you never got to see me eat it and try it and react to our dish that we made when we made the baked potatoes. It was delicious, by the way, but I completely goofed on that, and for that I apologize, because I want to make good videos for you. I want you to be enjoying yourself, and I'm gonna do that this time. Why not? Why not? Why not? Now, lastly, the last step that we do is get our lovely, again, mozzarella. Just mix it up a little bit. Probably it's gonna be good, and really do it. Put a generous amount on top. It officially calls for like half a cup, but I'm just gonna do it to what looks good. I'll put a lot on there though, because that's really the key part of nachos. It's cheese, right? And why skimp on cheese? So a little bit more on the sides here, sides here. There we go. Now the exciting part, we actually get to have our sous chef, Chef Mike, come in and give us a hand, because we, no matter how much we think about it, read about on it, how much we want it to heat up, we can't heat it up ourselves, and we're not going to put it in the oven because that cup would break and you don't have an oven in your room. And I want to give you an opportunity, something you can do when you return to Wrap, go to Village, go to Commons, go to wherever you might want to be. I want to give you the opportunity to cook it in your room. So, or your pod, or wherever you may live that has a microwave, if it doesn't have a stove. Take it in there, put it in on high for 4 minutes, and so 4, 0, 0, and start. And then when I snap my fingers, it'll be done. Sound good? Okay. Well, that noise is probably one of my favorite noises when making a dish in the microwave, because that dish, that noise means it's done. It's great. I'm so excited to try this one. I saw this one when I was picking out recipes for last week, and it was one I was disappointed we didn't try last time, but we're gonna try it this time. Now remember, safety first, because when you open that door, it's gonna be very hot, so you want to make sure you have that oven glit on. Oven glit. What's an oven glit? You tell me. I don't know. So I have my oven mitt, so we're gonna want to keep it out. I'm gonna open it up so you can show you, but we're gonna have our this. I'm gonna use this as a place to put it so it doesn't damage anything or get in the way. So I'm gonna go right there. You'll see it, but I am gonna show it to you before we put it down. So I smell it, and it smells amazing. It smells delicious. I'm going to give you a look at it here. Okay, see? It doesn't look very great on the camera, I admit, but it's okay. So, I'm going to let it cool, because if I tried to eat it now, I'd burn my mouth off. And I kind of like my mouth and my ability to taste intact, so I'm going to just put it down. I'm going to put it down, let it cool for a little bit. So, but while that's cooling, I want to ask you a few questions, have a little discussion, make you think when doing this. So, what's your favorite thing that you've ever cooked? For yourself, for your mom, for your dad, for your girlfriend, for your boyfriend, for anyone. What's your favorite thing? Mine, I'm going to tell you a little story about mine. When I was a kid, when I was in high school, my parents wanted to make sure I knew how to cook, and I also kind of liked cooking. I watched a lot of Gordon Ramsay, and for some reason it was really weird, because you know how he goes to all those failed restaurants with terrible food. He goes off and on and on about how awful their food is, and he shoots with really gross stuff where he throws it up and blah, 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 blah. You know, kitchen nightmares, all that jazz. The funny thing is, whenever he went to those restaurants, instead of making me never want to go to a restaurant again, it actually got me excited to go to restaurants. I don't know why. I was a weird kid sometimes, I guess, but that's just my little tidbit. But my favorite thing that I've ever cooked, I think, was something called chicken tikka marsala. Now, that recipe wasn't, I'm not going to say it was hard, but it was long and complicated. It wasn't the kind of thing where if you decided you could come home from work and decide just like that you'd want to make it. So, because it required like 6 hours of prep work, so it was like an all-day weekend thing, like a special night type thing. But it was delicious. It was amazing. It was my favorite thing I've made because just I was something I was proud of and going into it. So, I also do make a pretty good burger. So maybe some days we'll have maybe someday when you return, we can have that cookout. And I can actually make you a special burger with my special recipe that I hopefully haven't forgotten. So, stay tuned for that. So think about that. What's your favorite dish you've made? What's your favorite recipe or what's something you'd like to know how to make? I always recommend knowing how to cook. It's a great skill to have and all that thing. So if you don't mind, I think our nachos are pretty hot. So, but I'm gonna use my magic that I have to make them cool. So we're gonna count down from 3. So when I snap my fingers, they're gonna be cool, okay? So, you ready? You ready to witness this? I'm hopefully gonna work. So, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now that we've done that, now that I've snapped my fingers, as you saw, it's cool. It should be cool that quickly, just that instant. Now, it should be cool enough to eat. So, what are we gonna do? Just gonna grab it. Oh yes, still feeling warm, but hopefully edible. So, come along with, so, here I show you again. Here, it's what it looks like. Can't really see it, but I'm gonna take a bite of it and hopefully not burn my mouth, because hopefully my thing worked. My magic worked. My snap worked better than, just as good as Tony Stark's in Endgame. Well, that's pretty good. I hope. That's actually, wow, it's very good, very nacho-y. One thing I would have said change, maybe add a bit more chips. You can never go wrong with too many chips. I'd also just remember to adjust the time, maybe for your microwave. Ours here is about a 900 watt, which actually is pretty good, just the standard time on the box. So 4 minutes should be fine. But if you want to do more or less, that's your prerogative. You can do that. It's a good idea. So I think that's it for today. We have made another delicious meal, and now, thanks to y'all, I have dinner for tonight. So I hope you have a good evening. Hope you have a good week, and until the next time, don't forget to stay awesome. Don't forget to stay amazing. Maybe someday I'll come up with my own ending, but either way, it's great seeing y'all. It's great that we could make this dish together, and I can't wait until the next time, because on the next time, it's gonna be craft, and it's gonna be something, a super special treat for a super special day, and I'll tell you more when the time comes. So, thank you, and I hope you have a great rest of your week, and are staying happy, safe, and fulfilled. So, thank you again.